So unlike typical anger with the passive-aggressive narcissists, it's defensive. Like, this is why I say it's sinister, because she's like, I would imagine like in the scary movies, like somebody just coming up like this behind you. She's one of those. Okay, there's different types of like monsters, for example, just so you can understand, like get a visual of like, these are human beings, of course, but the way that they've been stunted and the way that they've learned to cope with life is so animalistic that it's able to be categorized, not only categorized, but put in a book and read a list, you know, and then you could check mark, because it's just that predictable. They're just that empty that they're able to just have a little list and you just be like, yep, okay, so if you do this, they're probably gonna do that. Have you done this with a narcissist? This is probably what happened. It's like, it gets like that it gets like that. It's really like that. Unlike typical anger, the sinister ones, they will aim at eliminating. You see, that's why it gets like this, because it's like a thief in the night type shit. Eliminate the perceived threat, punish the target, and then protect themselves from feelings of shame. Okay? The rage that they feel, because it's rage either way, it's a sense of anger and resentment. That's why, like, whenever I would disrespect my mom or just simply disagree or just do anything that didn't inflate her big fucking ego, their big fucking egos, she would they develop, narcissists, not even just them, but I'm using them as an example because we're talking about narcissists. They have this, like, it says knee-jerk reaction to defense, and they have to defend and hide these deep feelings of inadequacy. So let's talk about why they feel so inadequate. So I just Googled how to create a narcissistic character. And I'm using the word character because I truly feel like these people, it's a personality type, of course. Well, maybe you don't know that, that means I say of course. It's a personality type, so it is a there's different types of personality disorders. There's like antisocial personality disorder, which a lot of narcissists also have that combination. There's a borderline personality disorder. Let's actually Google the other ones, and I'll read out those other ones so you know the differences. Like, this is again in the DSM-5, which is a psychology book. All of these personality disorders are listed there. Personality, and it's very different from a personality like type. Okay, you know, the INFP, INFJ, totally different things, completely different things. Zodiac signs, all that those are characteristics. Okay, this is a personality disorder. Okay, this is a person who is, in a way, should be considered and handled, in my opinion, and also the opinion of the fucking DSM-5. The psychologists say this too. This is a type of person that should be handled as if they have a disorder. It's not a intellectual one every time, you know, but it's very much like addiction, you know, like sometimes you don't get to choose. It's randomized. That's why, again, it's a really good choice of word to say, like, character, because it's randomized. You know, you can have a bipolar narcissist, you can have a schizophrenic narcissist, you can have what's other disorders that they have, a shy narcissist, a vulnerable narcissist. There's so many character types of this disorder because it can manifest in many different ways. You know, there's a lot of ways to create a narcissist. Always by traumatic upbringing, birth, like born into a traumatizing environment. No negotiations. Like, that's it. That's the big thing deep seated inside of them, that they're really just traumatized, wounded people that decided instead of healing, they would just pretend that they never deserved the pain and they should never feel pain again. because they already felt it. Like, they really categorize like that. Very, very, very emotionally deficient. No, a lot of narcissists, all of them, I think, actually, have no empathy. Little to no empathy. Okay. Oh, so the other types of personality disorders, again, like schizophrenic, and they're categorized into clusters. So there's schizophrenic, paranoid, there's antisocial, borderline, narcissistic, histrionic. Histrionic is like what Karens have. It's, again, can always have a little combination of narcissism, but sometimes, like with histrionic, they are more of like a insecure type. So narcissists don't ever want anybody to know they're insecure. So it's like an overinflated sense of importance. Like, oh, I could never, like, I'm not a bad parent. I did everything right. That's what my parents say all the time. We did everything to support that girl. She's just so ungrateful. They cannot even let in an inkling of being dead fucking wrong, or they're literally gonna experience what is called a narcissistic collapse. This is like, I can't even believe it. Sometimes when I think, mind you, I've lived with these people my entire life. I've experienced this my entire life. I was actually going to school for psychology not too long ago, back when they were trying to get me to not go to California. I ended up diverting and then going back into, I think it might have even been before. That's where my plan was. I graduated high school 2018. I went into college. I got accepted to CCSU. I was going there for psychology. All hell broke loose. I didn't wash enough dishes. I didn't pay the light bill enough. But I also was, so my parents that are so great and amazing, and can do no wrong, they didn't set me up for college. So, you know, I wanted to go to college. Okay. Like, a parent should be happy about that, right? No, not narcissism, not narcissist. So I got accepted to college. I was on my way there, but I needed help. I didn't have a car. I got accepted for, like, I had grants and scholarships, so my first 2 years were free. I had work studies too, so I was getting paid for the work study, but that would cover the books that I needed to purchase, as well as like notebooks and stuff like that, clothes. That was another thing, because I'm an adult, right? So I had to buy all my other necessities too, while also trying to make my way to school. And I was going full-time for 2 years. I was taking the bus there because my parents did not want to pick me up. And not both of them, actually just my narcissistic mother. She was like, no, I don't want to pick you up. I want to sit and watch Dateline. I'm like, okay, well, I'm your kid trying to go to college. Can you possibly record Dateline and watch it later? No? Oh, okay. So I should go to school full-time, work at the school, because I was a receptionist there at like the history department, and then also the journalism department, because I ended up switching my major. Okay, and then also I had a whole part-time job at Best Buy. So I was doing these 3 things, and I was like, Mom, can you just pick me up from the bus stop? Okay, no, you don't have to pick me up from the school. It's in New Britain. We live in West Hartford. All 15 minutes. Fuck, right? Like, oh my God, 30 minutes of your day for your kid. Fuck, like, who would do that? And so I was like, can you just, like, you know how if you've been to college, just set it up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays were my longest days. And I would be getting out and down the street, like getting off the bus from my whole day at school and work at 8 o'clock at night. And I had to walk 20 minutes down the street to my house. And I was like, okay, mind you, this was the closest the bus that I could get. I was like, okay, can you just pick me up from the bus stop on Tuesdays and Thursdays? She said, why can't you walk? Right. I can't walk. I could fucking walk. Ooh, I could fucking walk, bitch. You're walking your ass to hell. Have fun with that, asshole. But there's another one. Oh, so those are the personality disorders. Okay, so how to create a narcissist. Let's talk about it. Like, why is you like that? You ever talk to a narcissist and you're like, why? But why though? Because it's common, especially like you notice it a lot in celebrities. They usually say that celebrities are narcissists and full of themselves. People who they confuse it sometimes, but because narcissists abuse confidence and they use it as a mask so often, it's really hard sometimes to differentiate whether somebody is a narcissist or somebody's just like confident in themselves, you know, or being like their version of confidence is arrogance. Like, no, there's a difference, you know. Some people, like, metaphorically, like I would explain it, like there are some people who are narcissistic and confident, but they're actually arrogant. So what they do is more of like a nose tooted up kind of thing, like looking down at everybody. Like when your nose is tooted up, that means you're looking down like this. What do you have over there? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no, I have a better one, but it's nice. Yours is nice too. Yeah, you see how that nose stays tooted up? Oh yeah, she's just so arrogant. Yeah, she's a really bad daughter. Yeah, I would never treat my daughter like that. I would, you know, it's just arrogant. That's arrogant. That's not confident. It looks like it because they say it with such certainty, and they really do believe it. But they do, because they're disabled in a way. They're like, this is a disorder. They genuinely think, even when they're dead wrong, that they're not. Okay, cool. That's them. And then there's confident people. Like, I would say I'm more of a confident person. I have been selfish 100%, but confidence comes when somebody is trying to knock you down a couple pegs. So when there's a narcissist, for example, like my mother, knocking me down, always trying to humble me, always want me to feel like less than, or I can never compare to her, or you can never be as grateful as me, or you can never be as good of a daughter as me, like me, and she's looking down at me like this, like, there you go asking for a ride again. Isn't it enough if I do this? And it's never enough and to do this, and because you're just so needy. That's how she's looking down at me, and I'm like, you know what? Instead of my nose being tooted up, like, I wasn't looking at her like that. I was looking at her like with my chin's out. I was like, oh, okay. You think I need you to do this shit for me? Cause I don't. You think you want me to get on my knees and beg? No. Let me pick my chin up and get my shit done by myself. You see, I gotta shift in my seat. Let me sit the fuck up. Like, that's confidence. When somebody's coming down and, like, you know, like if you were like arguing with somebody, let's say you're arguing with somebody, they start running up on you, huh? You gotta sit up a little. The chin has to come up a little. Like, what? You said what to who? Oh, okay. No, I'm not pressing you. I thought you were pressing me. You know what I mean? I thought you were talking to me crazy. I thought you had your nose tooted up to me. Like that girl that I was talking about earlier when she said I was cracking. I was like, oh. She sent like 5 bitches to harass me and bully me online. I was like, oh. Well, you're fat, you're ugly, and your baby daddy doesn't fucking like you. Who are you? You're a little ass girl, and your big ass sister's over here sending you to talk to grown women, so I don't know where you're gonna end up in life. You see, I right back at them because my chin's up. And I'm with it. You know what I mean? You're coming at me, looking down at me, but I'm nothing to look down to. I'm nothing to kick while I'm down either. Now I gotta put all your business on the internet. You're a bad sister, you're a bad boyfriend, you're a bad girlfriend. Boyfriend is crazy. I also thought she was a little gay because she wanted to fight me so bad. I was like, bitch, you like girls. You must like girls. You must. I never wanted to put hands on somebody so bad. Like, you must be really bothered by me. Really, really bothered, really disturbed. I had texted her, white ass tongue again. I hate that for me. I had texted her man. That's not her man. That is her man, question mark. I don't know. I knew it was going to piss her off, but my chin's up. So I did that shit anyways because she wanted to check me so bad. She's going to have to check me for life. Oh my God, she's going to have to check me for life. She's going to have to beat me up for the rest of her life. Because she really didn't want me. She wanted to beat me up so bad. I was like, you can beat me up. I'm still going to text that nigga. You can beat me up and I'm still going to fuck that nigga. Like, my chin's up regardless. You're going to have to just beat me up. You're just going to have to beat me up. Womp womp. Oh, consider me beat. Beat, battered, and bruised. Don't mean shit. Neither did you to that nigga. Because I was on the phone with him. He said, what's up with you? I said, what? Saibo, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I was just playing, girl. I was just kidding, girl. I'm not gonna do it. What?